All right, I was just out for a walk, and I usually do quite a bit of thinking when I'm walking about just random things. And this time was just about like people's attitude. It's a Monday right now, and everybody's got kind of different attitudes sometimes with regards to the day, which always kind of boggles my mind a little bit. And I played that game myself before. But ultimately, these things are a choice. Like your attitude's a choice, your effort's a choice, your discipline to do things, like your behaviors are a choice. On there, your focus is a choice. Where do you put your mind at? What do you focus on during the day? And ultimately, life kind of really comes down to not just like in terms of results, but like your level of fulfillment as you go through life. I'm pretty confident really comes back to your ability to dictate those choices, to be one, aware of them, as well as two, be really intentional with them. In other words, like you notice, you're aware that a choice has happened. In other words, like today I woke up and I don't feel real great today. Now I have a choice to say, you know what, I'm either going to whine and complain about today, or I'm going to put a smile on my face even though I don't feel good, and I'm going to move forward with it. Your ability to distinguish that point, the awareness of that point, and to be able to say, you know what, here's what I'm choosing. I'm not just going to go by default right now into the whining, bitching, and complaining path here. I'm going to choose to be positive, or I'm going to choose to put a lot of effort into this, even though I don't really have a lot to gain. That's a choice. And the discipline behind it is the ability to do the hard thing. In other words, the thing that goes against what you typically would feel like doing. And that's ultimately what this is that whether it's your focus, your attention, your discipline, any of these choices that you make, the whole thing of it is the fact that the external circumstances are going to many times be stacked against you to choose the wrong thing. Because those external circumstances create an internal feeling or emotion that doesn't feel good, that you don't want, you want to move away from. But your ability to move into that is what dictates, again, your outcomes, your level of success with that thing, that situation on there, as well as to your overall fulfillment from that thing. I'm a lot more fulfilled, even if things suck, even if things are crappy, they're not what I want them to be, but I choose to have some joy in that moment. I choose to be positive about it. I choose to have some energy, even though it just literally sucks the life out of me. I get more fulfillment out of that. One, because I feel better about it in the moment, as well as two, dang it, like I overcame the external event and I overcame my emotions at the time. I won, period. And that's the thing, like choices about being aware and choices about being intentional. And it's a practice. You literally have to practice it. Like start being aware of the fact, you know what? I got a choice I got to make right now. And I need to get really intentional as to what that thing is to move me in the direction I actually want to go with it. Because what's going to happen in the beginning, you're going to not be aware of that. You're going to go through it. You're going to make a choice based upon the emotions or the external things that act upon you. You're going to end up in a spot you don't want to get to. Now all of a sudden you got to have some reflection. I got to look back and let the situation be my accountability. In other words, I don't want to go through that again. Therefore, here's what I learned. And next time I see that stimulus that alerts me of that, I'm aware now. Now all of a sudden I know there's an opportunity for this. When somebody says something and I get that feeling like, dang, I'm going to knock them out here. Like that's the awareness. Like, you know what? I got to make a choice here. I can choose how I respond to them versus I'm not going to react this time with it. That's a choice. It's an intentional choice to move in a certain direction that, again, is against the current. It's against the grain because it's against your emotions. It's against the external thing that says you should do this type of thing. So again, get aware of your choices, get intentional with them, improve your quality of life. That's all there is to it. Choices dictate your days, your months, your years, your life, and ultimately how you're remembered, period.